All right, Shalom. I want to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Baal Shem, Yahweh Shai, Baal Shem Kakadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and salutations to all the hopeful elect, pushing out this word of truth and in sincerity throughout the four corners of the earth. This is Brother Duquar from the DC Camp, coming back at you with another lesson, and I'm entitled it, Things Will Change. Okay? And I was just thinking about it, because you got a lot of people, um, excuse me, you got a lot of people that they get comfortable in their situations, okay, or they get uncomfortable in their situations. And on this side, man, where we're not in our kingdom, our circumstances, okay, is bound to change, man. You know, we're gonna have ups, we're gonna have downs, and it's all a part of our lesson that we're learning. Okay, so hey, if you down, going through a certain circumstance or thing, just know that things will change or can change. You know, whatever situation you're going through, the Lord wants you in that situation or that position. You know, especially if you're His, man, if you're the elect, because it's for your learning. So without further ado, let me get into this lesson. Um, this is Sirach 11, verse 21. Excuse me. It says, "Marvel not at the works of sinners, but trust in the Lord, and abide in thy labor, for it is an easy thing in the sight of the Lord on the sudden to make a poor man rich." So it's easy for the Lord to make a poor man rich. You know, so that's why the scriptures say, "Marvel not at sinners, man, or envy not a sinner or a wicked man, or envy not the wicked that prosper in this world." All right, because what? This is their world. In this world, the Lord ordained it for us to be in the positions that we in. And some brothers got higher positions, you know, but they see that can even change, you know, and that's a certain lesson that they have to go through, you know. Um, First Samuel 2 verse 7, it says, "Yahweh maketh poor and maketh rich; he bringeth low and lifteth up. He raiseth up the poor out of the dust and lifteth up the beggar from the dunghill, to set them among princes and to make them inherit the throne of glory. For the pillars of the earth are Yahweh's, and he hath set the world up upon them." Yeah, and the Lord, he actually this time gave the earth into the hands of the wicked. But the earth is still his, man. He does whatsoever he will in the world. And the things is going to be switched. Okay? If the scriptures say that this is not our rest, okay, then just know that we're gonna have to go through certain situations. And see, the Lord don't want us to get comfortable in this place, man. You see, we're not to be comfortable in this place. We here to work, actually. Okay, and the scriptures say what? Certain riches can become a snare. So, if you his, like I said earlier, man, if riches can cause you to stumble, he's not gonna give it to you. All right, you gotta understand that whatever situation you're going through, he's putting you through it. All right, this is Hebrews 11 verse 13. It says, "These all died in faith, not having received the promises, but having seen them afar off, and were persuaded of them, and embraced them, and confessed that they were strangers and pilgrims on the earth." Yeah, because they was looking for a better country. What it's going to say? It says, "For they that say such things declare plainly that they seek a country, and truly if they had been mindful of that country from whence they came out, they might have had opportunity to have returned. But now they desire a better country, that is, in heavenly, wherefore the Most High is not ashamed to be called their power, for he have prepared for them a city." All right? So we strangers and pilgrims in this world, man. And what does strangers means that that's not your native to that land, okay? And a pilgrim is one that goes from place to place, man. It says one definition. It says one who comes from a foreign country into a city or land to reside there by the side of the natives. Oh, this is I think this is yeah, pilgrim. You know, so you're not native, sojourning in a strange place. All right, so you're not planning to be there forever, man. You know, we just passing by, and that's how we are in this world, man. All right, let me keep it going. Oh, I want to get this word, adaptability. All right, and definition of the word adaptability is the ability to change or to be changed to fit changed circumstances, man. So we have to be adaptable, man. Especially as men of the Lord, as soldiers of Yahweh, why Yahweh Shai, man. We have to be able to adapt. And in the etymology, the word for adapt is a verb that says to fit something for some purpose, a just fit to. Okay, fit it. And right now we're in this circumstance, and we have to adjust whatever we're doing to fit this truth, man. You know, and see that's what Paul was able to do, man. You know, this is Philippians 4 verse 12. It says, "I know both how to abound. Nah, I know both how to be abased, and I know how to abound. Everywhere and in all things, I am instructed both to be full and to be hungry, both to abound and to suffer need." So he learned that. But see, that's something that you learn in this truth, man. A lot of people don't have that ability. But see, we have that ability. We're learning that ability, man. And it starts with the understanding that things will change, man. You know, this is not our rest. But why is things changing? Is because the Lord's putting us through certain tests, man. Okay? Um, what's that scripture? This is James 1 verse 2. It says, "My brethren, count it all joy when ye fall into diverse temptations, knowing this, that the trying of your faith worketh patience. But let patience have her perfect work, that ye may be perfect and entire, wanting nothing." So we have to go through patience or suffering, you know, so that we can become perfect, man. We have to let the Lord do His thing, man. You see, First Peter 1 verse 6 says, "Wherein ye greatly rejoice, though now for a season, if need be, ye are in heaviness through manifold temptations." So it's saying, rejoice, you know, even though you're going through manifold temptations, man, many temptations. Why? It says that the trial of your faith, being much more precious than of gold that perisheth, though it be tried with fire, might be found unto praise and honor and glory at the appearing of Yahweh Shah HaMashiach. Okay? And that's why the scriptures say, "Make not haste when thou art changed into a lower state," man. Yahweh Shah didn't make haste. He he Slucky. He fulfilled his purpose, man. You know? He did the will of the Lord. Now it don't feel good when you're going through it, but it's doing what it needs to do. All right, as a son of the Most High, He's putting you through these things to purify you, to teach you. Okay, doth not we want to be judges, rulers in the world to come? Hebrews 12 verse 11 says, "No, now no chastening for the present seems to be joyous, but grievous. Nevertheless, afterward it yieldeth the peaceable fruit of righteousness unto them which are exercised thereby." You see, so the word exercise means you actually, it's an action, man. You got to do it. It says, I go to the second definition. It says to exercise vigorously in any way, in either the body or the mind. You know, and that's what we doing, man. It starts in our mind first, and it spills over to our actions, man. You know, the definition of exercise is requiring physical effort carried out to sustain or improve health and fitness, and activity carried out for any specific purpose. Okay, and we gaining the fruits of righteousness, man. You don't really understand it because you going through it every day, man. But from the outside looking in, you can see someone's growth, man. When you constantly going through it, you getting better as day by day. You don't really see the transformation happening, but you are being transformed, man. And then when the Lord comes back, if you was transformed enough, then he gonna fully transform you, if you will. This is Psalms 118 in verse 18. It says, Yahweh have chastened me sore, but he have not given me over unto death. See? Just as he did with Job, man. He chastened Job, but he didn't never give him over to death, man. So you gotta trust in what the Lord is doing, man. Okay? Proverbs 15 and verse 10. It says, correction is grievous unto him that forsaketh the way, and he that hateth reproof shall die. Alright? So if you don't like this correction that you're going through, you're gonna die, man. Because this correction and stuff is good for us. Actually, correction is to fix an error, man. And we're in this flesh, so we have ways on us that have erred, man. You know? But just know, it's a lot. Let me get this scripture. This is Romans 8, verse 28. It says, and we know that all things work together for good for good to them that love the Most High, to them who are called according to His purpose, man. So, hey, the Lord's whole plan, is to grow us, man. All right. Everything that we go through is going according to the Lord's plan to fulfill His purpose that He had for us from the beginning, man. Which brings me to my next point. Like, things will change, man. This is Jeremiah 29 and verse 11. It says, for I know the thoughts that I think toward you, saith Yahweh, thoughts of peace and not of evil, to give you an expected end. So ultimately, the Lord has plans for us, because He said He created the earth to be inhabited, and He wanted it to be ran by His sons, man. So His thoughts, His counsel, His plan is to give us a kingdom, man. Starting with His son. And King David and the rest of 144,000, man. He's going to give us an expected end of this hell that we going through. Okay? Once we learn what we need to learn. This is Psalms 33, verse 11. The counsel of Yahweh standeth forever, the thoughts of His heart to all generations, man. Blessed is the nation whose power is Yahweh, and the people whom He hath chosen for His own inheritance. All right? So what He says is going to actually come to pass, man. So we know that our circumstances is going to change ultimately, man. And we just going through this for a season. This is Lamentations 3, verse 26. It says, it is good that a man should both hope and quietly wait for the salvation of Yahweh, man. Yeah. Because we have to hope for this thing. We have to let our faith be exercised. And once it comes, hey, man, it's going to be all worth it, man. The scripture said it was an error that proceeded from the ruler, man. You know that the way things is going on now. So, like I said, everything happens for our learning. Even the fact that our woman is over us, the so-called white man ruling over us. You know, someone at your job being in a higher position than you, or someone being more privileged. They in that position for a reason, man. It's for you to reflect and learn from that situation, man. Okay, whether good or bad. Because, like I said, all things work for our benefit, man, for the ones that love the Most High. Okay? Remember that this is the Most High movie, man. And just like your best TV shows, man, where they got a plot or a storyline for all their main characters, well, this is our story, man. And the Lord is directing it. And He wrote it from the beginning of time, man, when He created it. You know, each one of the 144,000 whose names was written in the book, our stories is being written, man. You see? Lord willing, we be there, men. And what did He say? Psalms 137 says, no, not Psalms 137. This is Psalms 37. I want to get two parts in it. And verse 4 says, delight thyself also in Yahweh, and He shall give thee the desires of thy heart. So that's what He gonna give us, man, when He give us the kingdom. And verse 11 says, but the meek shall inherit the earth and shall delight themselves in the abundance of peace, man. So He already said that the meek is going to inherit the earth. All right? Our current situation is temporary, man. All right? The Lord purposed for us to be kings and priests, man. As it was prophesied. Let me get it. Exodus, yeah. It's Exodus 19 and verse 5. It says, now therefore, if you will obey my voice indeed and keep my covenant, then ye shall be a peculiar treasure unto me above all people, for all the earth is mine. And ye shall be unto me a kingdom of priests and an holy nation. These are the words which thou shalt speak unto the children of Israel, man. And that's what we doing, man. To let you know that things is going to change, man. You know? Matthew 19. I don't want to make it too long, so I'm about to grab a couple and close. This is Matthew 19 and verse 27. Then answered Peter and said unto him, behold, we have forsaken all and followed thee. What shall we have therefore? And Yahushua said unto them, verily I say unto you, that ye which have followed me in the regeneration, when the Son of Man shall sit in the throne of His glory, ye also shall sit upon 12 thrones, judging the 12 tribes of Israel. See? And that's what we look forward to. And hey man, this is what's going to happen for kings, man. Isaiah 61 and verse 6, it says, but ye shall be named the priest of Yahweh. Men shall call you the ministers of our power. Ye shall eat the riches of the Gentiles, and in their glory shall ye boast yourselves. For your shame ye shall have double, and for your confusion they shall rejoice in their portion. Therefore in their land they wait. No, that was the point I wanted. The first part. Yep. And then the last part I wanted to get was the example of Yahushua, man, because he went through it first. All right. So this is Hebrews 12. And remember, he made himself lower than the angels. So why then can we not endure our lower state? All right. This is Hebrews 12 and verse. I start from the top. Wherefore, seeing we also are compassed about with so great a cloud of witnesses, let us lay aside every weight and the sin which does so easily beset us, and let us run with patience the race that is set before us, looking unto Yahushua, the author and finisher of our faith, who for the joy that was set before him endured the cross, despising the shame, and is sat down at the right hand of the throne of the Most High. See? So Yahushua is sitting at the right hand of the throne of the Most High. His situation changed, but he had to go through his suffering. Now, this is our turn to go through our suffering. And the scripture says, if we suffer with him, we shall also reign with him. All right? I believe that's Romans. Let me see. No, it's 2 Timothy. This is 2 Timothy 2, verse 11. And I'm going to close on this. It says, it is a faithful saying, for if we be dead with him, we shall also live with him. If we suffer, we shall also reign with him. If we deny him, he also will deny us. All right? So the scripture said if we suffer with him, then we're going to reign with him, man. That's why we have to carry our cross. Or the other one that I was thinking about was, damn. It was Romans 8. Romans 8 and 17. It says, I'll start from 16. The Spirit itself beareth witness with our spirit that we are the children or sons of the Most High. And if children, then heirs, heirs of the Most High, and joint heirs with Hamashiach. If so be that we suffer with him, that we may be also glorified together. All right? So with that, hey, things are going to change. Your current circumstances is going to change. All right? You're going to have ups and downs while we're on this side. And then ultimately, it's going to change for the better in the kingdom. All right? And then we're going to have a constant rest. Constant peace. All right? So with that, Lord willing, was edifying. Until the next lesson, we'll give our praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua. I want to say shalom.